right, guys, we're going to a new shop. It's in Santa Fe, Texas. It's one of my cousin's shop, and he barely just opened up, and he's getting a lot of jobs in, and we're gonna tackle a flooded car. Transmission don't work, and it has some other issues, but my concern is get the transmission working. So let's head out there, Santa Fe, Texas, and right now it's just automotive, and his plans are to build a building room and start doing transmissions there. All right, well, let's head on. I got a couple scan tools here. I got my Vantage Ultra, and I got my Snap-on Veras as well. So we got oscilloscopes, and we got my picoscope too. I mean, I kind of don't like to use it, you know, in the field like that, but because it's not handy, you know, like the Vantage Ultra or whatever. But we're gonna see what we're gonna be able to do to try to fix this vehicle. It's a flooded vehicle, so it's gonna be a big challenge. We're just gonna fix the one thing at a time. First, we're gonna start with the transmission, make it work, and then after that, we're going to address the other issues. All right. All right, guys. So we are here at Drive Safe Automotive, but I am a little bit early today. So this is the shop, 3231 Highway 6 in Santa Fe. The alignment, that's the name of the shop. And I'm gonna get grumpy over here. We're gonna align it as well, you know, while I'm working on some cars. So we'll see. It's a little dirty, but yeah, transmission guy with transmissions in the back. Yep. All right, well, we'll wait for Vicente or Fernando to get here, and I guess we'll go from there. I mean, I got all my stuff back here and ready to work. I guess I'll just eat my breakfast while they get here. All right, guys, well, I guess we get started after a minute. All right, so we're here. This is Vicente, and
what's up, guys?
Drive Safe Automotive, and I mean, this is the future here of Santa Fe. And you want to show us around the shop a little bit?
Yeah, this is our little office, our area for customers. First day here, we do a little bit of wheels and tires. Excuse the man.
So this is a work in progress.
Messy progress.
So engine building, do engine builds.
Tire machine.
The tire machine, do some tires in the future.
AC machine.
AC machine, we do AC work.
This is our alignment rack.
Alignment. You can see Grumpy up there, getting ready to get aligned.
The floor scissor lift.
Floor scissor lift and the 2-post lift. And room for expansion back here.
Yeah.
And that's the car I'm going to be working on today. But here it is, Santa Fe, Drive Safe Automotive. And as Vicente and Fernando's not here yet, but I'm not sure if he's come today. It's Saturday, so we're doing this on a Saturday.
He might.
Yeah, he might show up. So here it is. I guess we're gonna go ahead and start the day.
The process.
Yeah, the process, and I'll get that little Toyota up in here, and that lift right there, and start working. So Drive Safe Automotive. You're gonna be talking to him if you come, because so right now you're service writer / tech / everything right now. So there we go, guys. You want to stop by Santa Fe, Texas? What is it?
13231.
Yeah.
Highway 6.
Highway 6, Santa Fe, Texas.
Yeah.
All right, so I got the car here inside the shop, and as you can see there, well, yeah, I got good good resolution. I'm going to shine the light a little bit on the side over here so you can see. It's missing 2 bolts on that connector. So I'm going to raise it up, drop the pan, look inside of there, because there's not a good connection here. The PCM was replaced because there's no voltage coming down to the input speed sensors and the output speed sensor, and sometimes he sets solenoid codes and they're all different, so it's gonna be a good challenge. As you know, I mean, this is a flooded car, like I mentioned, and when we look up in here, this is what flooded cars look like. That's been replaced. It's got some yellow numbers on it. You can see it's partially disassembled. There's some parts back here, so it's gonna be a challenge, a very good challenge for me, but let's take it one step at a time. And I got the truck up there and I got my scan tools there. I didn't get it out, but I already got the car in here. I'm just gonna grab a ladder and get my scan tool, and just to show you what codes it's got, and go from there. Okay, so the battery was completely dead, so I got my power supply here, and it didn't want to turn on because it's got to have a little bit of load on the battery. So I used the jump box just to get this thing to turn on, and I got the key on. Let's go ahead and scan this vehicle. It's a Toyota. I'm going to do standalone. Press OK. Radar cruise probably does have, not sure, but I'm just going to put others because I'm not sure there. Anyways, I don't want to. This one does not have a smart key, has a regular key. Let's go ahead and see what codes are we going to get here. So as you can see, I got 13.3 volts. So you use this when you do programming or when you do tuning, you know, like I do with the HP tuners, and that way your battery doesn't go low, and when you're flashing something, you don't want to brick your TCM or PCM or whatever you're working on. Let's go ahead and do a fault scan. It's going to scan all these modules here, and we have a EX CAN, M CAN, and the K line. So we got 3 different networks. So we got 2 faults in the ABS, 2 faults in the SRSA. ECM has 9. Instrument panel cluster 2. Body control module 2. It's pinging the modules that he has, or I think he has. Usually once it's done, I'm just going to click on report, and it's going to give me engine and electronic control transmission has 9, 2 on the traction control ABS, 2 on the airbag, combination meter has 2, main body 2. Let's scroll down and see. So we got input turbine speed sensor A circuit, pressure control solenoid B electrical, intermediate shaft speed sensor circuit, input turbine speed sensor A circuit, pressure control solenoid B, intermediate shaft speed sensor A circuit. So this is the same codes over and over again. And let's scroll down with the engine control system malfunction. So every time you get something like this on the engine or transmission, actually transmission codes will give you the track off light on basically all Toyotas. Occupant classification system fail. Current and history is the same code. So there is a problem probably in the probably the seats or something, you know, the seat sensors. Like I said, it's a flooded vehicle. Lost communication with ECM PCMA, turn signal circuit open. Lost communication with ECM PCM EVA. Lost communication with transmission control module, and this one is actually that PCM is ECM as well. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna clear everything out. I'm gonna do a quick erase. The battery was dead, but the codes will still remain in memory. As we can see, there's no more trouble codes, but as soon as I turn it on, it's probably gonna kick the codes on the ECM, and I'm not sure if this is gonna start or not, because that is not for starting loads. That's just to keep 13.3 volts in the system, like you see there. And the battery was completely dead, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and start it, and hopefully it'll start. Let's check it out. All right. No, it won't start. So I'm gonna put the jumper on. All right, I'm gonna pause you guys right here, right quick. All right, it's early in the morning, and it's very, very humid. There we go. All right. Let's check this thing out. Let's go ahead and turn this off right quick. I'm gonna turn this off. Turn that off. Let's go to the ECM and electronic control unit. Got it running. So I got that off. I got that off. Let's go ahead and read trouble code. There we go. Immediately pop up once you turn the vehicle on. Okay, so we're gonna drop the pan and we're gonna inspect the harness, internal harness, and see what it looks like. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing off. I don't wanna heat up the transmission. Go ahead and escape exit and shut this thing off. Power off. All right, let's get on to it. All right, so I took the valve body off. And this bracket right here that you see here, that bracket, too bright, the light too bright. That bracket right there was bent, and I straightened it up, you know, took it to a vise and kind of hit it with the hammer. This bracket right here, I disconnected this connector and just checked the pins, and both speed sensors are connected to on the side over there. And up here, I just plugged it in, and it seems like it's going all the way down, but it's kind of blurry. Like I said, it's kind of humid, so the lens is probably, so I think it is because connected all the way down, because it's kind of hard to pull now, and it was not latching. So I guess I'm gonna let it down. I'm not gonna fill it with fluid yet, but I'm not sure if I don't start it. Hopefully that with a key on, engine off, it'll give me some it'll throw the trouble codes, and we'll look at the data to see if we get voltage on it. Let's do that now. All right, one more time. I got my thing turned on. Hopefully I get good battery voltage now. Let's cycle the key on. Cycle the key on. All right, key's on. Let's check this out. All right, Toyota, standalone. I could have just go to the history and got it. Anyways, others without smart key. Okay. Establishing vehicle communication. Huh? Allergies? Yeah. Alright, let's go to the ECM only. That's what I'm worried about. Let's look at trouble codes, and we're going to go ahead and clear those trouble codes because they're still there. Let's go ahead and erase codes. Ignition off, yes. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and read again. We still have the same issue. Okay. I'm thinking it is seated all the way. Let's go ahead and try to disconnect this here. Look at it. This thing was crooked. It was not seated all the way, but it is. It's missing the bolts right there. We're probably gonna have an issue here with it, either with this or with the harness. I'm gonna have to get those two pieces, this piece right here and the internal connector. Okay, so it is latched. Let's check this again. Let's go ahead and erase codes. Read the codes again. Now I got more codes now. All right, let's go look at some data. It's gonna be probably all the way down. All the transmission things are gonna be all the way down. Let's see. Let's check it out. So we got SLU, SLT, SL status. Those are. Here's the NT sensor. I got voltage now on the NT sensor. Speed zeros. Okay, so the NC sensor voltage is still 0. NT sensor voltage, I got voltage there. And these are the ones that we need to look at. These are our speed sensors, the two speed sensors that are on top of the valve body. Shift status is in first. Lock up solenoid, SL, SLT, and SLU. Transmission type is a 6-speed. It's a U670. Let's see. That's all the data that we need. The only problem is going to be that I cannot start the vehicle because it doesn't have any fluid. But we can see that I got voltage over here and no voltage over here on the NC sensor. I'm going to try and wiggle the harness. Yeah, it is a bad connection. See, I got voltage now on the NC sensor and I don't have anything on the NT, so wiggle it again. It goes voltage to 1 and it goes now I have no voltage on either one of them. Okay, I just barely pulled it out a little bit. Now I ain't got no voltage on neither one of them. I just pushed it in all the way. It's kind of a, either I have voltage on one or I have voltage on the other one. Okay, I got voltage on both of them right there. It's the harness. Harness is no good. Now I got voltage on both of them. As you can see here, 952 millivolts and 937 millivolts. Okay, now I'm going to go to trouble codes. I'm going to go ahead and erase the codes. I'm going to read the codes. No codes present. But it's going to flag a code. It's going to flag a code if it hits a bump or something's going on there. So we're going to have to replace all of it. That piece right there that goes bolted up, that's an intermediate connection. We're going to need to replace that intermediate connection. Probably the pigtail right there. And splice and install. And the one inside the valve body as well. Everything as well, but the connection, I move it here and I get voltage. So right now there's no trouble codes. Let's go ahead and look at the data. Let's see where we're at. And show selected. I got voltage on both of them. I'm gonna go ahead and install the pan and put the fluid back on. And it is not fixed. This problem is not fixed because if I move it a little bit, we're gonna lose voltage. All right, raising it up and put the pan back on. Pan back on and fluid back on. As you can see, we're hard at work. There's the second alignment right there. Grumpy's out there, ready to go. All right, let's shut this thing off. Power off. Let's put the pan back on. I'm gonna raise it up and show you. I'm just gonna leave the scan tool right there. All right, so like I mentioned, this connection right here, I should have brought the scanner down here and try to wiggle these connections right here. Am I even focused? Yeah, I think I am focused. Okay. So this bracket was bent. The connector was sideways, and I didn't show you before, but I got some pictures. I think I'll get I'll just upload the pictures and add them to this video, where the connector, where the two bolts are missing, and the connector was sideways like that. So something happened in between. So we're gonna have to replace this piece right here. You see, you can unplug this from here, so that's no big deal. And then you have the two speed sensors plugging into the side of this plastic connection here. So we're gonna, and this goes through all the way up. This is the pass-through connector. It goes all the way up, and it connects into that. So, well, at least we know where the problem's at. At least we know where the problem's at. Put the pan back on, put the fluid back on. I'm gonna have to go ahead and put the filter back on because I haven't installed the filter yet. And to fill it up, there's, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but right here, it's a plug. You fill it up through there, and then the pan has a standpipe. You just take the plug off, and I'm just gonna put the same fluid that came out. I'm gonna put it back in and add some more if you need some more. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this thing right here, and hopefully I'll run it on the air, on the lift, see if it got all the 6 gears, and monitor the voltage on the speed sensors. And if they drop out, we know we have a bad connection. Okay, I just filled it up back with fluid. I'm gonna leave this off because I'm gonna have to drop the pan again whenever I get those 3 items that I need. But you filled it up through here. I know that the light from the top is shining from the ceiling, but you fill it up through here. You take this plug off, and there's a standpipe. Next time I come back and change those parts, I'll show you the standpipe. I'm gonna have to drop the valve body, and once I have the valve body dropped, I'll show you the pass-through connector that connects to that other intermediate connector that connects to the vehicle harness. I don't know why Toyota did this, but you know, Japanese ideas, I guess. All right, so I'm inside the car. The car is running. Let's go ahead and scan this thing again. I got it in neutral. All right, others without smart key. Okay. And when I started the car, I mean, it kind of did the engine shake a little bit, so I got the check engine lights on. You see there, check engine lights on. Come on, come on, come on. ECM. I probably have the codes back. Let's look at the trouble codes. Yep. Now I got a torque converter clutch solenoid high circuit. You know what? Let's go ahead and clear the codes. Erase codes. Okay. Read codes. Ah, man, I got the same thing again. Let's look at light data. Let's go all the way down. Here we go. NT sensor voltage, speed sensor. Which is going to show those 4 selected. So I got speed on that, 1050 RPM, which matches that, the tachometer. So the NT would be the input speed sensor. And I have no voltage on this one. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing in drive. Where's the traction control button at? If it does have a button. Here it is right here. Track off. Put it in drive. If we put it in drive, it engaged. It went down to 0, but we got the voltage here. So it's reading. Let's go wiggle those wires. Oh shit. Did I disconnect it? No, it's connected. I'm reading. All right. Yep. I'm reading on both of them. Well, the top one. Kind of wondering. It's the wire, it's the external wire. And now the bottom one is reading. I want to get to a point where they both read. They're both reading right there. All right. Let's go ahead and look at trouble codes. It's probably not going to clear them because it's running. Read codes. No codes detected. Live data. Show selected. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get both of them. That one right there and the connector. Both of them. That's the issue right there. Bad connector. All right, let's run it through the gears. Let's see what it does. Both sensors are reading. I got almost the same voltage on both of them. Let's go ahead and see if it shifts. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. There's sixth gear. It's working. It's working like it should. Turn the traction control off so that I can run it in the air. I know that the ABS and all that stuff is going to start, flashing, and because I'm running it in the air. So you're going to hit a bump, and it's going to stop reading. See, it's shifting. You can hear the motor, you can hear the transmission shifting. Alright, so I'm going to let go of the brake and then push the brake a bunch of times to see if it shakes the connection. As a matter of fact, it's holding pretty good. Yep, it's holding pretty good. This vehicle has no tags, no nothing, so I cannot drive this on the street. But it makes no sense to drive it on the street since we already found the problem. We know we got to fix that problem. Even though it's working right now, we got to fix that problem. Because this is going to be an intermittent. You go drive you cross the railroad tracks that are back there and hit a bump, pothole, or whatever, you're going to lose signal. So there we go, diagnostics and partial repair. I mean, even though it's working, it's not repaired yet. Partial repair of a, I think it's a 2016 or 17 Toyota Camry with a U670 transmission. Alright guys, well this is the crew of Safe Automotive, Reassembling, that's Alfredo, and you're free to stop on by. I mean, if you need transmission repair, AC, air conditioning, alignment, engine repair, engine swaps, or whatever. I mean, Santa Fe, Texas, more than welcome. And on Saturdays, I'll hang around the shop. You know, I'll come over here on Saturdays, and if you want to meet me, I mean, I'll be here Saturdays. All right, guys, enjoy the video. Thank you for watching.